Good evening to all. Good morning to all. Good morning. Good morning. It is 8:43 in the morning, 7th of March, 8:56 in the morning Pacific time. Today is 7th of March. I am in Tijuana, Baja California. Good morning to all. I'm Oscar Blue for Real America's Voice News. I will wait for some people to jump in here so we can start and we can give you an analysis of what this viral video that is going on and it is going around right now in the whole country of Mexico and also in the United States of America. Good morning to all. Thank you for joining in. I was waiting to give a clear statement after several news outlets have already posted and ultimately also contacted several people to make sure that we're giving out the right information and the correct information for our audience. As you guys know, and as you guys have seen, there's a really viral video going around in the city of Matamoros, border that is connected to Texas, a really violent, insecure city that is the part of Matamoros. It is a port of entry. It is a border city in Mexico that is connected to the United States. The viral video goes around that four bodies or four people were kidnapped. Two of the people that they were on this shooting or this crossfire, they were unconscious at that particular time, and two other individuals were kidnapped and taken alive. Now, this video went viral. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody was speculating what was happening, and to the fact that all these four individuals that they were kidnapped by the organized crime in Mexico, they were by the cartel. They were kidnapped by el cartel or by the organized crime. After this, the authorities gave an analysis, and the president of Mexico today gave out a statement as he publicly in his morning conference talked to the governor of Tamaulipas, and this is what he said. Two of the Americans that they were kidnapped in Tamaulipas, they are pronounced dead. The other two, one of them, it is critically hurt, and the other one, it is alive. The FBI put out a claim to the government of Mexico that they need to act immediately and investigate the events that happened on this day. Now, we don't know what they were, these four Americans, what they were involved in, if they were actually involved in something illicit, that the cartel took action in a different certain way, or we did not, or there's no information regarding right now. There's a really profound investigation right now on what actually these two people, two Americans, that they're still alive, they're being questioned by authorities right now, as they want to know what was the motive of the organized crime to attack the four individuals and the four Americans that they were attacked in the part of Matamoros. Now, for everybody to know, Matamoros right now, it is having a huge problem with trafficking of humans and the fight between the organized crime in the city of Matamoros. There has been multiple attacks to, due to the fact that they have been discovered multiple vehicles with migrants, and the cartel has gone into a crossfire with individuals that they're working, trafficking people into the United States of America, which they're saying that they're not authorized to do so. I'm not putting pieces together, I'm not speculating, but it has become a normal daily day thing that has been happening in Matamoros, which the organized crime has completely been, on a rampage, attacking left and right people that they have been trafficking humans into the United States of America. Matamoros is a really insecure place. Ultimately, is one of the borders that connects to Texas, but also it is a place that you will see a lot of trafficking of humans. It is a place that is connected to Del Rio, to Eagle Pass, Texas. You have to go through those to Eagle Pass, Texas, ultimately. But it is a place that is a connection and a distribution to other parts of Texas, where there is no wall, where there is non-security, and ultimately where there is, a huge insecurity factor on the Mexican side. Again, President AMLO, president of Mexico, has come out in the morning on the morning conference to give out a statement. He made a phone call on the live video. I will make a recorded video for subscribers in Facebook for them to get the news firsthand. If you haven't become a subscriber in Facebook, become a subscriber, and I will go, and give you the information clearly with the video of the president calling the governor of Tamaulipas and the governor of Tamaulipas, explaining to him that the investigations are being done, that there's a really deep investigation into what happened, because it has been continuous events that they have been happening in the past weeks. And also ultimately, not only that, but that's the investigation is being done as to other speculations, as to they are speculating that the woman who came into Mexico to do a surgery, something like that. Those are only speculations. There is a really deep investigation going on right now why they did this attack on these 4 U.S. citizens, which 2 of them they now pronounced dead. One of them, it is critically hurt, and the other one, it is still alive. And the government investigation, the government of the Authority of Mexico, it is deeply investigating what is going on. And also they are investigating in accordance with the United States authorities. Again, the president of Mexico has informed in the morning that the governor of Tamaulipas on the phone call with the president of Mexico, they they gave out a statement that 2 of these, the 4 Americans that they were kidnapped on this viral video, 2 of them are pronounced dead. The other 2, or one of them is critically hurt, and the other one still alive. And the FBI put out a statement to the government of Mexico that are soliciting complete support from the authorities, and also ultimately that Mexico needs to act and to find out what is going on in the parts of Matamoros. A lot of people have been asking me, Oscar, what's going on with the trafficking of fentanyl? What's going on with the trafficking of humans? Sadly, for everybody to understand, the majority of the trafficking of fentanyl is done on automobile into the United States of America, and the majority that they have been arrested, almost 90% of them are U.S. citizens, that they are intending to cross illicit substances into the United States of America. Also, the trafficking of humans and the distribution of humans, the ones that they picked up, the humans after they are being trafficked into the United States of America, are, United States citizens. Entities, I do not disclose. I'm just stating the fact of what is actually happening in the border. Again, President AMLO today in the morning conference gave out a statement saying to the population that an investigation is being done due to this viral video that happened in the part of Matamoros, Tamaulipas, where there was a crossfire, and 4 individuals already identified that 4 of them was, 4 of them were from the United States of America. 2 of them already pronounced dead. The other 2 are, one of them is critically hurt, and the other one, it is alive. Ultimately, the president of Mexico was on a phone call with the governor of Tamaulipas in the morning conference, and the governor of Tamaulipas explained to him that there's an investigation being done right now due to this viral video that it just completely broke the whole social media. And also, the FBI have put out a statement to the government of Mexico, asking them if they can please collaborate as soon as possible, and also soliciting to the government of Mexico to act immediately in terms to this. Now, what is the effect on this? It is going to have a huge impact on the medical sector. If it is actually true that this woman is coming in, it was coming into Mexico to do a surgery, a so-called tummy tuck into Mexico, if she was actually coming for that, it is going to have a huge impact into Mexico and the surgery and the plastic surgery sector, and also is having an impact right now on that specific border, which the United States government already announced that there are telling American citizens or U.S. citizens to not go into this border or to not cross into the border of Matamoros, as of right now it is insecure for U.S. citizens. So we don't know. The investigation is being done. There's a lot of speculations. One of the speculations is that the woman that it was there on this kidnap situation was coming into Matamoros to have a plastic surgery, so-called tummy tuck, and after the crossfire and the confrontation, 2 of these 4 individuals were gunned down. 2 of them passed away. The other one is critically hurt, and the other one is reported to be alive. Now, this happens a lot in our borders. It happens a lot in the parts of Mexico. A lot of people in the United States are completely surprised. This is the life that we live in. This is the normalization of our lives. This is how it is, on a daily basis over here. And sadly, we will see what the government of Mexico and the government of Matamoros, specifically the government of Tamaulipas, what they are going to do about this in investigation of this. Now, just to add to the factor, not putting all pieces of the puzzle together, and one thing has nothing to do with the other, but there has been several shootings in the part of Matamoros in this past weeks where the organized crime and the cartel has been consistent attacking people, that they have been trafficking humans into the United States of America. They have been consistently on gunfires and ultimately confrontation between organized crimes and groups that they have been trafficking, ultimately that they have been trafficking people into the United States. There's a comment right here. Oscar, you need to clarify that traffickers have dual citizenship with ties both sides of the border. I don't need to clarify nothing about that. You need to investigate on your own. The only thing that I can tell you is that they are U.S. citizens. Plain and simple. Whether you like it or you do not like it, plain and simple. They are U.S. citizens. That is it. Stop making excuses. Stop finding excuses. Stop pandering to the excuse. U.S. citizens. Stop. So this is the current situation, which is happening right now in the borders. And, sadly, this is how the organized crime and one thing has nothing to do with the other. But I will tell you, when this open border agenda started happening, a lot of the market and the organized crime started, basically the organized crime started, exacerbated, growing. And because of that, there's a lot of sectors that they have gone into a rampage to say, we don't care about law and order in several different cities and borders. So, this is one of the things that they need to understand, that the consequence of having not law and order on the other side of the border, ultimately on the United States side, it has enormous consequence on the Mexican side. It has enormous consequence when you have these 2 countries not doing enough to control the organized crime and to ultimately control these criminal groups. This is what happens. You have a rampage of violence, which it can decimate to kidnappings. It can escalate into kidnappings of people that are just coming in for a surgery, or it can escalate to people being kidnapped because they are involved in illicit activity. And ultimately, this breaks down into the lawlessness and the consistent insecurities that occur between borders that connect to the United States of America and also Mexico. This is why border security, it is extremely important for both countries. And this is why, border security, it is extremely important to both countries. Somebody is saying dual citizens. How do you know that? We don't know that. So stop speculating. When they say dual citizens, it's because they want to blame it on Mexico also. The fact of the matter is that they're U.S. citizens, and ultimately they were taken kidnapped in Mexico due to a surgery or whatever the speculation is. The government is trying to investigate right now, the government of Mexico, if they had ties to a criminal activity or they did not have ties to criminal activity. This is the situation, currently of what is happening now. The only thing that I can tell you right now, it is that the president of Mexico gave out a statement in the morning again with the president of Tamaulipas, basically talking to him on the phone. And the president of Tamaulipas said there's a really deep investigation that is going on right now to know the current, situation of this, crossfire kidnapping that occurred on the part of Matamoros. But ultimately, also there is, a huge speculation of different factors, that have been happening. So this is, this is the thing that it is happening as it right now. Thank you so much for joining in. There's a comment right here. Could you imagine if Mexicans were treated in the same respect in the United States? I don't understand your comment. What does that comment have to do right now with the current situation? God bless you all. Stay safe. Was reading your comments. I wanted to read elaborated and in good comments, but apparently we have some people that they are really off track with the subject and they don't like to stay in track with what we are talking about. So sadly, this occurred in the border of Matamoros, and give it a like to this video. There's 134 likes. We have 300 people watching. If you guys want to give it a like to this video and share the video, like the video, share the video, it will be good if you like the video. Somebody's saying, tell your audience to like the video, Oscar. That's why I'm saying like the video, share the video. It will help us grow all the platforms. So thank you so much for joining in. We will be talking in a few hours. We are going to be traveling soon through a different border and to give you guys more updates of what is eventually happening. The analysis that I can give you about this situation is that we don't know what happened exactly. There's none a description now, a complete description of what actually happened. There's an investigation being done. So there's a lot of speculation of what happened. The only thing that I can tell you that there were 4 United States citizens that they were gunned down on the part of Matamoros. 2 of them were now already pronounced dead. The other 2, one of them is critically hurt and the other one is alive. Sadly, this occurred in the part of Matamoros. You can actually see in the viral video the cartel acting without no remorse. And ultimately, now the authorities are investigating in Mexico. The government of Mexico, it is investigating right now. And the news right now is that the president of Mexico, AMLO, spoke to the governor of Tamaulipas about this on a live conference in a phone call to know what it is happening in that current state right now and if something is going to be done. Ultimately, there is speculations that this woman came into the part of Matamoros to do a plastic surgery, a so-called tummy tuck, and after that, something went wrong. They tried to kidnap these group of Americans. There's other speculations that have been going on that they were involved in some other illicit activity. We don't know that. That is speculation that is being thrown out there. That's why I'm just coming in here to give you guys the information until just now, how many of the quantity of people were kidnapped, and ultimately the statement of how many that has already been released, how many already passed away. That there's 2 United States citizens. The other 2, one of them is critically hurt, and the other one is alive. There's a deep investigation being going on. The FBI has contacted the Mexican authorities, asking them to please go into investigation of this. And also the United States government has now reported and said, do not travel into the parts of Matamoros. They have recommended to all U.S. citizens to not travel to the part of Matamoros as it right now. So that is the information that I can disclose right now. I don't know the particulars. I don't know what they were in their intentions. We are awaiting for a public statement from the authorities of Mexico that those are the ones that we are going to go with. The government of Mexico is going to give out a statement during today or possibly tomorrow to say this is what actually happened. They were involved with this. It was a bad transaction, or they were just being, kidnapped, as the organized crime does on a daily basis. Sadly, in our country of Mexico, this is the kind of insecurity that we live on the other side of the border. In the part of Matamoros, I will tell you that this has been consistently happening on the other, on other subject that it has nothing to do with the other one. Consistently, there has been shootings between the organized crime in several sectors on the part of Matamoros due to transaction of trafficking of humans. This has become an exacerbated problem in the part of Matamoros due to the fact that they have an open border on that particular side, which they have places where they have been smuggling by the hundreds on a daily basis in the part of Matamoros, and really hidden places and hidden spots where they go through, and the organized crime controls those sectors. So it is a really insecure city right now. Sadly, the only thing that I can say, pray for the city of Matamoros, for them to be, for the governor to do the right thing and to secure the citizens of Matamoros, and also ultimately to secure the border that connects to the United States of America. God bless you all. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining in on this 20-minute video. Just wanted to drop by and give you guys some news of what it is happening into this situation. Again, I am not going to give out a statement of what it's actually, the speculation of what possibly could have happened or possibly it is. The only thing that I can tell you is that it has reported that 4 U.S. citizens were kidnapped in the part of Mexico. 2 of them were gunned down, and the other 2 are alive. One of them is critically hurt, and the other one, it is alive. God bless you all. Stay safe. Take care of yourself. We will talk to you guys soon.